Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. My name is Kalan and welcome once again to the Institute. So let's carry on looking around. We found the area where they made super mutants, which is a great start considering I've not really done much else here. And now, oh look at this lovely bioscience area, and just behind the darkened doors were the super mutants and where Virgil got himself contaminated. Oh, it's all very hard to understand. They do like keeping lots of guns everywhere. I'm all for. Oh, I'm all for. Again, we're back to the old style. Why? Why keep Psycho there? Is that part for the? Oh, stupid mouse. Is that for part of the reason? For the super mutants, is that what they use to potentially turn super mutants more aggressive? What is this room? Why does it oh, all the questions, none of the answers. Since zoological initial thoughts want to create, we've engineered creatures that inhabit the sky and the land. The next logical step is a creature of the sea. The greatest challenge remains data collection. Might Nahant have something useful? Okay, so they want to create something new because they're all fucking experimenting. When you first came here and you talked to Father, your son, it seemed very much like there was a reason, a directive, a goal to be had with this entire facility. And the more I poke around, the more it just seems like every other fucking science place you ever visit in one of these games. Disparate things with people not agreeing, like experiments which really should not be being performed. This is all very... all fine and above board, it's great. Okay, Warwick Homestead Initiative mission statement. I'm gonna scan these, there's gonna be a lot of information. It's hoped we gain insights into effect of trace radiation on the growth of certain specimens. We of the Bioscience Division are full in agreement of following hypothesis, subject to the proper levels of ambient radiation and soil pH, such as those found in modified seed specimens are likely to accelerate growth rate and twofold increase in size. So they're trying to grow plants more quickly. Using genetic manipulation, we will develop a unique breed of cucurbita with similar characteristics to those commonly farmed. Acquire Roger Warwick, Patriarch of Warwick Homestead, and conduct a series of intensive interrogation sessions to learn all we can about his family. Why him? With the intelligence gathered in stage 2, create a synth replica of Roger Warwick and embed the unit on site at Warwick Homestead to oversee the operation directly. SRB will handle logistics of this aspect of the initiative. Stage 4, begin covert deliveries of prototype seed batches for planting. Stage 5, collect observational data from embedded unit. So that's why they're replacing people, so they can run experiments above ground. When sufficient data has been collected, retrieve the synth unit and specimens for lab study, purge all surface evidence of the initiative. So why can't they do that down... why can't they do that... why can't they do that down here? Because they have the technology to create kind of like localized radiation, I'm sure. You got the fucking gamma gun. Why have to... okay. Ready for shipment delivery complete. Received for complete. Batch destroyed in transit. Initiate delivery to the ready for shipments. Behavioural anomaly reports. Here are the details you requested. Read the gorilla behavioural anomalies. We saw a gorilla out there. Total of 16 instances of heightened aggression have been documented. Bioscience personnel who witnessed these events, myself included, would categorise the level of aggression displayed as extreme and dangerous. In all, 6 synth handlers have been destroyed by gorilla attacks. As for what triggers these behavioural changes, I speculated that it's a reaction to perceived conflict. Several attacks followed heated arguments that took place within earshot of the pen. Yeah, it's a classic gorilla thing. It seems clear there's a fault in behavioural model. I doubt it can be corrected. I know you're against it, but I think we have to consider destroying them. Failing that, I recommend that all contact with the gorillas be limited to synth units only. Okay, access logs, don't really care. Okay. So, not good so far. Oh, these fucking weird things. What's this say? Departmental notices. Oh, come on, come here. Departmental notices. Our guest has arrived. Now that our guest of honor is here, I want to remind everyone to be polite, accommodating, and welcoming. It's not often we receive visitors from the surface. I know I can count on you to extend a hand of friendship. Yeah, they're just trying to... Yeah, just fuck off. Power conservation. When we first implemented the new power efficiency guidelines, I was proud at how well we were able to meet those standards with only a minimal impact on our productivity. Lately, however, we're getting lax in our habits. Too often I'm finding lights and equipment left on when they shouldn't be. Oh, God, I'm all about this. And the environmental settings have been changed at my authorization. Let's rededicate ourselves to doing what's right for the needs of this institute as a whole. After all, this isn't just our home, it's a home for the future generations who will carry on the great work of building a better future. Blah, blah, blah. Director Holden. Synth zoology, next step. Some exciting news. So those gorillas are synths? They're synth gorillas? Maybe. Yeah, Father's approved it. Sean, those of you who find yourself free with time are welcome to contribute and need to make a few preliminary decisions. I don't know how to tell you how eager I am to begin. I can't wait to see what amazing things we can do given our recent advances in synth development. So, this is essentially why I wanted to look around more and not make a decision earlier, because there's all this crap. Apologies again, this will probably be another whole exposition dump. Oh, like 2 or 3 episodes in a row. You access logs. Can I not? Actually, why do I care? Okay. So I assume Holden's in here. They're all going to say platitudes at me. I'm just looking to steal stuff.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Go on then. Go on then.
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was
Oh God, I don't care. One thing actually I want to look at is how much these things are worth. So the stuff here is worth a lot. That's good to know, and it's not very heavy. I may be stealing quite a few things. Then again, I don't need money. That's not important.
The latest synth generation is
just
amazing. Those guys in robotics are working miracles.
Sorry, but I'm too preoccupied for chit-chat.
Oh, sorry, Isaac Carlin. Could you please fuck off then?
Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Okay, prick. Hi.
Doc, welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Can I tell him about this? I found the super mutant stuff?
Like what? I was just about to explain that.
Good,
As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the institute.
In the institute, not the Commonwealth.
We cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know. But it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and check back with me later. I'll see what I can find out.
No,
Dr. Holdren.
Something I can do for you?
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. The creatures can become suddenly aggressive, and they're quite strong. They're
gorillas.
2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in an isolated habitat where they can be safely observed.
They're gorillas, you fucking idiot. Okay, fine. What do you think was going to happen? They'd be like, yay, just be captivated. Like, if you make them to be lifelike, they will exhibit lifelike symptoms, like trying to kill idiots.
Promising results. Do we really need all these coursers roaming the halls?
I'm not a courser, thanks. Okay, next on the list. Robotics, apparently. Oh, what's through here?
Terminals.
Oh, these locked terminals. Don't you know I'm a master hacker?
Yes.
Okay. What we got in here? Lots more light things that hopefully are worth a lot. I don't really know why I bother. Sweeper. That's quite cool though. High-tech mops, I guess. Oh yes, but all the medical stuff. Nice. Notice they still use stim packs though. Okay, so we've got robotics this way.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%.
This one's a favourite. He's got a jaw. These two don't.
Patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the facilities.
Hey, Doc.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Shut up, Synth.
This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls.
Yeah, I saw a lot of it.
Worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
So basically, this place is a sham. Great.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, even the older tech has held up for decades. Some even for centuries. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Our ancestors built things to last. Of course, that was before they blew up everything in the war. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Dr. Thompson.
You know, I love my work, but I love being a father even more.
Yeah, so did I until the guy was stolen. Okay, let's go to the Institute Robotics. Yay! We're making great progress.
Hi there.
Find over control software could use an update.
If it were just a limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it
Synth having a sleep.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about I can't artificial imagine living sentience on and the surface. machines,
Shut up.
Sounds like a nightmare. Don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Hell, I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul,
Ha!
then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Benet, you know where to find the teleport.
Just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that. With our third generation synths.
They come out with boxes on.
Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time.
Time of
Our
theft.
third generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
I mean, literally, no robot has so far been superior to me.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
Yeah.
Max.
The synths aren't just Father's legacy. They're his gift to humanity.
It's very tempting to kill people here.
Excuse
Very,
me,
very
I've got
tempting.
reports to deliver.
Where's that other guy gone?
The
Is it you?
synths are treating you well, I hope?
Excuse me, Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and
It's shooting everything on
most of which
sight.
I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us then?
What's it to you?
Oh, forgive me. I realize. Well, I understand that's somewhat personal. It would just mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Okay, I want to talk to you about your dream synths.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've increased synth responsiveness by 0.04%.
Okay, you're not going to talk about that stuff then. Okay, fine. Can I go to processing? No. This seems to be pretty much it. There is a mod, by the way, that lets you actually have this workshop yourself, and you can create synths out in your out in the Commonwealth. So that sounds quite amusing. Synth settlers and the like. All the stuff. Aha, robotics terminal. Something I can't take off the wall. Maintenance requests. Found Unit J2 cleaning boardroom for the third day in a row. I don't think this unit has ever actually left the boardroom. X4 complained of blurred vision. Primary drive and breakdown of B3. Latest navigation software update has some issues. Found 2 Gen 1s trying to walk through walls. Hey Dad, Eve is having trouble speaking today. Lots of stuttering. Can you please look into it? Oh, that's his Adam Bennett's daughter or son. Cool. Surface working crew. Radar attack. One unit abducted. SRB notified awaiting updates. Okay, it doesn't really say much else. Not getting as much as we were hoping for out here. Might shut down site Delta. Okay, yeah, okay. And view access log. We don't care. And there's no one here. Hopefully, it doesn't say the exact same thing. Production schedule. Unit schedule. I guess it's okay. Fine. Plan system update. Current project. Current project. Oh, for Christ's sake! This curved monitor. Product ident. Approved in progress. What is it? Implementation of new synthetic optic nerve tissue. Next scheduled units C4J7. Okay. Units. You upgrade completed on units of those. New scheduled units of these. Upgrade. Upcoming projects. Can I click on it, please? Okay, so increased motor reflex reaction time, increase in range weapon accuracy. Well, I'd rather you guys not do that, but sure. Okay, anything else we can... There's a terminal over here as well. Mine. How did you know you're inside? Fucking hell. Departmental notices. Impending arrival. Okay. Our monitoring of events on the surface has confirmed that the time is almost at hand. Very soon, I guess we'll be here. Oh, this is... Is this the same one? Yeah, I think it's essentially the same one we've read before. I think it is anyway. We cannot know for certain what our visitors' motivations will be, especially after coming into contact with the railroad. We'll exercise caution, but we must also extend a warm welcome. Okay. Okay. Power conservation update. Recently met with Dr. Lee to review the latest power dissipation metrics. Good news and bad news. The good is it's clear that we've all taken to heart Dr. Lee's request for a greater emphasis on power conservation. Well done to all of us. I'm particularly proud to note that the robotics division has shown most improvement in this regard. Unfortunately, the investments we've made to date are simply not enough. We can continue to find ways to conserve without adversely impacting our research and production. So I'm assuming I'm going to be asked at some point to make their power better or something. Okay. Concerns re child synth prototype. I'm concerned at the pace of our progress in correcting the problems of the child synth prototype. I cannot impress upon this division enough the need to resolve these issues quickly and completely. Time and again we've corrected flaws only to see them return. I find myself questioning whether we're thoroughly testing these fixes before moving on to the next item. You know that I have great faith in all of you, but time is quickly running out. I must ask that you take whatever measures... Why is time running out? Missing synth investigation. Here we go. It's been brought to my attention that some of you are displeased with the methods and practices employed by the SRB division in its ongoing investigation into the missing 3rd gen synth. I'd like to take a moment to address this matter. Firstly, know that I am aware of your concerns and I intend to have a conversation with Director AO in order to ensure that he is also aware. Any disruption to your work must be taken seriously. However, I must also ask for a measure of patience and cooperation from all of you. It is simply impossible to gather the information necessary to carry out this investigation without an element of distraction and inconvenience. Remember that your cooperation is vital to the bringing of this investigation to a swift and successful conclusion. Oh, whoops, I went past too far. And synth vs Android. As production of our Gen 3 synths continues apace, I'd like to take this opportunity to formalise our categorisation. The term android has been used interchangeably with synth for as long as the Institute has existed, and though some of our older residents may actually prefer android, Dr. Zimmer being a prime example, the term synth has always been more widely used. Today, our third generation creations are truly synthetic beings, so the designation synth seems more appropriate than ever. From here on in, I strongly prefer all official Institute records and correspondence use the term synth. Okay, fine. And I'm pretty sure this place. For Christ's sake! I'm pretty sure this is all this place has to offer me, apart from, you know, free money.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that?
I don't. So it seems like the Institute is creating these synths and then doesn't believe that they can become beings that learn. Which seems kind of odd, really, considering that isn't that their aim? I don't know. More ammo lying around, because why not? And so, okay, we're in the scary, creepy part of the Institute again. Hooray! Okay. I assume we went up. Hi. There's a bit of oil spillings around here. Oh!
We are working at optimal efficiency.
Hi, G9.
We are working at optimal efficiency.
Oh. You've had a bit of a Oh. Oh.
Please
Hello.
direct all inquiries to G981.
Construction is proceeding according to schedule.
Is it? Oh, this is just a new area they're constructing. There's nothing actually special here. They are just constructing shit. Okay. Oh god, okay, fine. It's a classic RPG will repeat only the same thing. I'm gonna try one more time and then I might shoot her. Okay, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm out.
Authorized personnel
here we go.
only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
I want to talk to this guy.
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
It's a little too science fiction for my taste. The only place I want to call home was destroyed a long time ago. Ooh, I like that. That's pithy. That's nice.
The only place I want to call home was destroyed a long time ago.
I'm truly sorry. This must all be terribly difficult for you. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
What? Why? Why?
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Well, I'm letting you know.
Down and the stars come out. Man just forgets about all his troubles.
So you're not actually going to help me? Okay, fine.
Operating at full capacity.
Well done, you. SRB it is.
Robotics to knock some heads together.
Power armor is sturdy enough, but it limits your mobility.
Pardon me.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
Okay. So there's some friction we can abuse. Still. I want to take. Ooh, synth relay grenade. Ooh, yes, please. I have no idea what that does, but I'm taking it. And because like, any grenade's a good grenade, if we're honest, unless it's a grenade that produces like flowers.
Synth activity. Report it immediately.
Sure. Oh, you're the head, aren't you? I'm just gonna use your terminal. Don't worry about me. Reclamation target tracking. C2 unit at large. Last sighting, good neighbor. S9 unit at large. Investigation suspended. Last sighting, Boston Airport. Investigation suspended. Area deemed too hazardous. Yeah, no fucking shit. The Brotherhood would tear you to shreds. B5. Reclamation scheduled. Libertalia Raider stronghold. I probably killed her then. B5 has been mem-wiped by railroad agents. New identity is Gabriel. Unit now leads raider gang based at Libertalia. Shows highly aggressive tendencies to kill several dozen rivals and civilians. Suspect brain damage resulting from mem-wipe process. Interesting. I think I did kill Gabriel actually. K8 destroyed. Remains located northeast of Sargus Iron Works. Units remain discovered near Sargus Iron Works and returned to Robotics Division. Okay. L3, unit at large, investigation underway. Last sighting Corvega. This is all very interesting. Unit has been mem-wiped. New identity is Leo. Have I killed a Leo? I don't know. I'm just going through the list of people that I've just murdered. Exercise extreme caution. Unit's been trained by Railroad and proficient with several weapons. Okay. Evaded capture twice and wounded course on both occasions. Good job, Leo. List of informants. The following individuals have proven useful in our reclamation operations in exchange for caps. Okay, so we've got Cricket, you traitor. You traitor. Tommy Lone Gun. Oh, Tommy at the combat zone. Trashcan Carla. Oh, Doc, they're all caravanners. AJ, don't know him. Moralski, dickhead. Lucas Miller, Henry Cook, barkeep. Oh, that's Henry Cook, of course. You got so many caravanners. Trashcan Carla. Well, I guess trying to Trashcan Carla would just take caps for anything. Oh dear. Oh, there's so many people I have to go kill.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hey there.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. I guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
Seems like you can only ask them one question, these random individuals that are named, and then they just kind of...
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment
yeah,
for you.
that's it. They're not actually going to talk to me anymore. So it's
Synths
important to choose the appropriate question. Oh, not you.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Don't worry, you're one of them. Ooh, just taking those. Ooh, some interesting stuff to steal. Hi.
We wouldn't have synths trying to escape.
Doc.
So,
it's no, that's not how it goes.
Fineo, acting director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Well, I'm sure as a guest we'll find out.
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would the synths want to escape? If the synths want to be free, you should let them. So basically, you're the secret police. I'm sure it's better for everyone if the synths remains here.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation.
I've given you a perfectly good reason, and he's like, no, but we don't know why.
Synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know...
I shot it in the head. Hey, I just got lucky, quite fucking literally.
Why does it matter?
If there is some defect in Courser combat programming, then it must be identified and corrected. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Actually, the acting head of the SFB, who are you filling in for? Yeah, I'm going to ask these questions. Then we'll end the episode. It's running on at this point.
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Can I ask you the questions?
Yes, what is it?
You mentioned that coursers undergo special training. Tell me more about it.
The SRB constantly monitors our Gen 3 synth population, looking for specific traits. Those who show tenacity, fearlessness, and independence undergo a rigorous training regimen. We teach them armed and unarmed combat, investigative techniques, psychology, and mechanical skills. Those who pass a final evaluation become coursers. The rest have their memories wiped and return to their former duties.
So even though you are able to identify that different synths have different personalities, they still are not allowed to want. That seems very, what's the word I'm looking for? Blind. Not very open-minded. If they can have different personalities and be good at better at different things in each other, then there's a variation in the code which isn't code-based. It can't be code-based because you're producing them all at the same rate at the same time for the same reasons.
Hello?
It must be some sort of... Well, it's in their AI. And if they are AI, then they do want. That just seems blind.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to dispose of the unit entirely.
So you kill them. Great. Okay, good. There's Alana, who are you? Just a scientist.
Synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Are they malfunctioning?
You might be mistaken for a Brotherhood of Steel soldier.
Yeah, I would be perfectly happy killing you all. At this point, I'm not very happy with the Institute. That seems to be where they wipe them. Okay, final thing, and then we'll close this out. Departmental notices. Our new visitor. As you know, Father has granted full access to our new visitor from the surface. He's allowed to read this email even. Refrains from discussing any sensitive information, especially the ongoing investigation involving the Gen 3 synths. In an ideal world, the Railworld will have no influence on our new guests. We do not live in an ideal world. Missing synth investigation. Like right fucking next to each other. Due to recent developments in our ongoing investigation into the missing synths, I'm adjusting our policy regarding discussion of this subject with personnel outside of SRB. Okay. It's just, yeah, don't worry about it. Infiltrated unit McDonough. I knew it. I'm starting to wonder if M7, the infiltrated unit McDonough, hasn't begun to outlive its usefulness, assuming the identity of Diamond City's mayor has provided us with invaluable intelligence over the years, but suspicions have only continued to mount. Man, I wish I could have brought Piper here. This latest incident, the publication of that newspaper article, specifically calling McDonald's humanity into question, might just be the tipping point. I've spoken with AO, and we both agree if the situation becomes untenable, reclamation seems unfeasible even. M7 was specifically engineered to mimic the actual human McDonough. As such, the unit's synthetic biology is that of someone overweight and grossly out of shape. A mem wipe would kill any psychological weaknesses attributed to the self-perceived old age, but the body lost cause. The real irony here is that M7, in one of its dispatches back to the Institute, requested a future posting in the courses, citing loyalty and years of service, and that request alone was evidence of enough self-awareness and independence to completely eliminate him from contention. So whenever they show a scrap of intelligence or independence, they're just like shut down and eliminated. Never mind the fact that he wouldn't even fit into the uniform. Determination. When and if M7's identity is eventually compromised, the unit is effectively decommissioned in field. No reclamation, no institute assistance, given its relative age and physical condition, not to mention the danger inherent in infiltrated unit's discovery. Right, well, let's go and give a visit to Diamond City, that's for sure. It's come to my attention that certain colleagues who are dissatisfied with our politics and procedures have, on more than one occasion, tried to circumvent our established process for registering their complaints with Father, and have tried to gain access to our secure facilities in order to complain in a more direct manner. I'm sure I need not remind you that the SRB is off limits to all personnel. Okay, yeah. And power conservation, which we don't really care about. We've got to conserve power. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure. Right. Thank you very much for watching this episode of... this talky episode of Fallout 4. We will continue to explore the Institute. I'm pretty sure the next episode will be the last one where I'm looking around the Institute. I've kind of got to the point where I'm making my mind up about the Institute, and it's not looking good for my son, if I'm honest. The place is pretty fucking corrupt. In a way, it's hard to describe, but I will talk to you. I'll see you guys next time. No, go away. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!